Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you 5 different styles of logo animation using Animate CC. Each method is identical, but you can mix it together and then you can make a new one. And also, if you want me to do something different or if you have any ideas, please let me know. And then please don't forget to subscribe and then set the notification for my latest video. So let's get started. Okay, the first one, scaling. Let's create a new document, 600 pixel by 600 pixel. As I mentioned before, since I'm uploading most of my videos on my Instagram, so please visit my Instagram page. And frame rate 24 framed and then HTML5 canvas and create it. Fit to window by double clicking this hands tool. Now let me import the SVG file. Please download the files. I made a link on the bottom of my description. There are 5 different SVG files as a kind of the sample logo files. So let me import to stage, and there are 5 SVG files you can download. So we're going to choose the first one, scaling.svg. And make sure you check the first radio button and OK. Okay, and the plan is for the scaling, I'm going to apply the scaling effect on each element. There are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's a kind of this is imported as a group. So let me break apart on the modify menu and break apart. So now there are 4, and also on the modify menu, let me choose a timeline and distribute to layers. So this will assign 1 layer per item, like this. Okay, now I want to make some changes as an order. So I want to have this little 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let me place this little one to the bottom layer, next one right above it. Okay, so it looks good. So it's going to be kind of a little quicker animation. So let me highlight the frame number 15 on top layer, hold down the shift key and select the number 15 on the bottom layer and insert the keyframe. Nothing's happening yet. Now hold down the shift key, click on the top layer so we can select all the layers at a time, and place your mouse cursor somewhere in the middle, anywhere, any layer is fine. And hold down the control key or right click, then choose the create classic twin. Okay, so it looks good. Nothing's happening yet. So let's do something from the very first one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it 10% smaller. And my second one, another 10. Make sure your chain is linked like this. And the third one, 10%. And the last one, 10%. So this is happening. Okay. And then let me select all of them again. And then I want to give some little different kind of speed. So once you select all layers, check your properties panel. You're gonna see the ease option here. You can try negative 100 or positive 100. Try both. Let me try the positive. Do you see the difference? It's getting starts fast and getting slower. I like that. Okay, so it's okay, but I want to give some little more kind of dynamics. So layer 4, the second layer, select the whole layers of the segment, and then grab it and drag it the 5 frames more to the right. I'll do the same thing for the third layer, drag it to the up to 25, and the top one up to 30. So this is happening. Okay, problem is everything's gone, disappeared. So highlight the frame number 30 on the top second layer from the top, hold down the shift key and click on the bottom layers frame number 30 and insert the keyframe. So this is happening. It's a kind of a blooming flower. Okay. And after this, what I want to do is I want to select everything on last keyframe and copy commands. Oops, sorry, not cut. Copy. Then select the top layer, insert a new layer on very top on frame number 30, insert a keyframe. Okay. Then go to edit menu and paste in place, and it will paste the same one on the same spot where you made a copy. Now frame number 45, highlight the frame number 45 and insert a keyframe. Okay, then select any frame in between, hold down the control or right click and create classic twin. What I'm gonna do is, so nothing's changing yet, but on frame number 45 I want to make it smaller. So choose the free transform tool on frame number 45, hold down the shift key, make it smaller. I'm gonna, yep, so that's it. So okay, all right, so this is the first one, the scaling. Number 2, rotation. It's the same document size, 600 pixel by 600 pixel, and let me import to stage, and this time import the rotation.svg file. Make sure, check the first radio button, and okay. Now I'm not going to break apart. I'm going to rotate it all together now. So highlight the frame number 24, 1 second mark, and insert the keyframe. And select any frame in between. Hold down the control or right click and create classic twin. Okay. Now, in the properties panel, you can see the rotate. Let me rotate it clockwise just once and see what happens. Okay. Now, let me highlight the first keyframe and select your object, your logo, and choose the free transform tool. Hold down the shift key. I'm gonna make it really small, tiny, like this. So this is happening. Okay. Now highlight the frame number 35, maybe about the 10 frames. Insert the keyframe. Okay. Now select any frame in between. Hold down the control key or right click and choose the classic twin. On frame number 35, the last keyframe, with the free transform tool, I'm going to rotate it maybe 90 degree, and let me make it a little bit smaller by holding down the shift key like this. Okay, so see what happens. So it's going to rotate clockwise and counterclockwise. Clockwise and counterclockwise, a little bit slower. Okay, so this is a rotation. The third one, fading. Go to File, Import to Stage. Please select the fading.svg file and import to your stage. Check the first radio button again and OK. So there are 3 different parts. So I'm going to break apart. So there are 3 elements now. 1, 2, 3. If you want to change the color, you can break apart once more. Now you can change the color. Okay, I'm not going to change it for now. Okay, now select all. Like we did, we're going to assign one layer, individual layer per image, per object. So go to modify menu and timeline, and distribute to layers. Okay, so now let me check. I want to place this first one on the bottom, and the second one in the middle, and the third one on very top. Okay. Now select 1 second mark for everything, all layers, and insert a keyframe. Hold down the shift, select all layers, and select place your mouse cursors anywhere, and hold down the control or right click and create classic twin. Okay, now move your playhead to the very beginning. Now select all three on your stage, choose the color effect and alpha to 0, so it is fading in. Okay, so it's okay. So the first one is coming in, but for now the three things coming in together, fading in together. What I want to do is on my second layer, select the whole layer and move it up to 35, and the fourth one, move it up to 45. Okay, then highlight the frame number 45 on your second layer and hold down the shift key, click on the bottom layer's frame number 45 and insert the keyframe. Okay, then now on frame number 45, last keyframes, select everything and copy and create a new layer on very top, and on frame number 45 insert the keyframe now, which is the blank keyframe now, and edit, paste in place, so we have the same thing on top. Now highlight the frame number 60, insert the keyframe, hold down the control key or right click, click somewhere anywhere in between here and create classic twin. So nothing's happening yet. So on frame number 60, by choosing your free transform tool, I'm going to rotate it like this, and let me make it a little bit smaller. Hold down the shift key and make it smaller. So fading in. Okay. Okay, so this is a rotation. Now number 4, moving. So go to File, Import to Stage, select moving.svg file. It looks like a star. Check the first radio button and OK. So we have this. Okay, now select this, and then I'm going to modify first. Break apart one more time. Okay, now select your red star, this one first, and cut it. Edit, cut. Then create a new layer on top, then paste in place. So I just separate it into the different layers. So my bottom layer, I have this. Top layer, I have this. Okay, now highlight the 1 second mark, both by holding down the shift key. Insert the keyframe. Hold down the shift key and click on the top layer as well, so we can select all 2 layers at a time. Hold down the control key and click somewhere and create classic twin. So nothing's happening yet. So first one, I want to make it just a fading in. So select the frame number 1, click on your the gray image. In your properties panel, color effect, choose the alpha. So it is fading in, just like this. Okay. Now, second one, this star. I want to move it maybe from somewhere like here. So this is happening. Okay. Or like we did on your first keyframe, highlight and select your image on your stage. In your properties panel, color effect, alpha, 0. So this is happening. If you want to make it faster, hold down the command key and place your mouse cursor on the second keyframe, and then you can move it like to up down to 10 frame number 10 like this. I will do the same thing. Okay, and then on frame number 10, the last two keyframes, select everything, copy, and let me create a new layer on top on frame number 10 or 11. Insert the keyframe, edit, paste in place, so we can paste it on the same spot where we made a copy. And frame number 20, insert the keyframe, hold down the Control or right click somewhere in the middle and create classic tween. Then now on frame number 20, by using the My Free Transform tool, hold down the Shift key. Let me make it smaller. See? So moving. Okay, so this is moving. Now number 5, particles. So go to File, Import to Stage. Please choose the file's name is particles.svg and open it. Check the first radio button and OK. So we have this. I'm going to animate the individual dots separately. So first thing is go to Modify menu and Break Apart. Modify, Break Apart. So it is all separated. Now, before you release it, still all dots are selected. Go to Modify again, Timeline, and Distribute to Layers. So let me pull this up so you can see all the layers I have. It's a lot. Okay, something like this. Okay, now hold down highlight the frame number 15 on the bottom layer. Hold down the Shift key and highlight the frame number 15 on top layer. So you select all 15s and insert the keyframe. Okay, now highlight and hold down the Shift key and click on the top layer so you can select all layers at a time. Hold down the Control or right click and somewhere, anywhere in between, and choose Create Classic Tween. So nothing's happening yet. Before we make some changes, make sure you're selecting everything like here. It's all blue highlighted. And in your properties panel, let me change my ease option to positive 100. Okay, now place your mouse cursor to the very first keyframe, the beginning. And let me zoom out. Okay, what I'm going to do is on the first keyframe, see my playhead is on frame number 1, and just separate it. Different spot, just like this, just randomly. Any spot's okay. Just like this. Okay, and see what happens. So they're coming in all together. Okay, then now on top layer, select the top layer, select everything, copy under edit menu and copy. Now create a new layer on very top, and on frame number 15 insert the keyframe Then edit, paste in place like we did before. Now, select at a 1 second mark. It's about kind of 10 frames. And insert the keyframe. Place your mouse cursor somewhere in the middle and hold down the Control key or right click and choose Create Classic Twin. So nothing's happening yet. On the your very last keyframe, frame number 24 on top layer, choose your free transform tool. Hold down the Shift key, make it smaller, and rotate it about 90-degree angle, like this. Okay, and see what happens. Okay, it's a particle effect. Okay, so I introduced the 5 different kind of styles of logo animation in Animate CC. If you have any more ideas or if you want to know something a little bit different, how to do it, please let me know. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.